could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
What's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. And today, as you can see from the thumbnail, I brought Orthan to Awaken 7, and now I'm also going to bring him to SB5, right? So in this video, we're going to see if he's worth it or not, right? Because again, let's go look. Well, first off, let me activate that, because sometimes I tend to forget. And is that the story I tell myself? Yeah, possibly, but that's what happens. So let's see what we get. Increase the damage taken by the target. I'm already not a fan of target. I like target by 30%. Great against bosses, right? And of course, if it's against bosses, you're gonna get a 30% damage increase. Also reduce their shield and healing by 50% for 5 seconds. Useless against bosses. So one effect is good against bosses, the other one more PvP in a sense, but that's 5 seconds. Like, can we just block it and remove? Block and remove. That's where we're headed now. Removing shields is great, but blocking shields is the next level. But again, what else is going on in this game, right? The SB, I was gonna say Awakening. The SB4, where is this guy? I actually have him surprisingly at Immortal, right? I didn't even bring him to 120. And what am I clicking on? Oh, his SB. Let's see. Let's just take a peek. I'm not gonna go too far into this, the typical. And then here, what is this? After 4 seconds from the start of the battle, okay, and every 10 seconds thereafter, Crete, that's funny, appears in the largest cluster of enemies. I love that. That's awesome, right? Because it's where they are. And performs a heavy strike on the ground, dealing damage equal to 25% of max HP to all enemies. I wish it was 25% of their max HP. Simultaneously reducing the targets. Yeah, see, that's the word that I like to see. Energy/rage by 400. Interestingly enough, right? Now that I'm thinking about this, when I think about like the energy team, I think he'll be great for the energy team. Think about it, because energy, they already reduce your energy. So if you already start out with this and he comes in, he hits all the enemies, they're gonna lose 4 seconds into the fight, they're gonna lose all of their energy basically, right? And you already have energy down and all of that. So any energy you accumulate back up will pretty much go away. So again, not bad. I think just off of the energy reduction part, sounds pretty good. So just for that, that's more PvP, of course. The damage could be good too, maybe, possibly, and it should have ignored shields. That would be interesting. And so after the start of battle, all allied vanguards, okay, specifically for vanguards, wish you would have said all allies, gain a shield equal to 80% of their max HP. That's a huge shield. That is a very huge shield. Wow. But the thing is, you could probably remove it. And then moving on down here, I saw something about invincibility. Yeah, here it says they gain invincibility for 2 seconds. Simultaneously spelling invincibility effects from the. Yeah, I just wish it would have removed invincibility and shield. That would have been great. But again, super breakthrough. It takes a lot of resources, and it's also connected through the awakening to do it. But again, his banner is available. I don't need to summon for him. Yeah, realistically, you could just get him from here. This is the selector from whatchamacallit. What is that? When you do 500 summons between advanced and also limited tickets. What is that summoning thing called? The tower something. Oh my god, it's slipping my mind. But oh my god, what is it? The one where you do the summons and you get that. Okay, there it is. But you can get him through that. So I wouldn't even bother go back to here. Where is it? I need to buy it anyways. Do the summon for him. But it's cool to see a banner for Creed because I don't even remember seeing one. It might have been when I first started, right? So let's grab him here. And they have the new heroes here, interestingly enough, and also the previous new heroes over here. Okay, all right. What else do we have? Twilight Lands. Twilight Lands at this point it's a joke for me because again, 18 is not really a challenge. What else do we have over here? I have to look. Vanguard related. That's interesting that it's Vanguard related. So we're still in a Vanguard cycle, but you gave me a summoner based support awakening. And then you have a hunter. No, this is not even hunter. This is energy. Energy third slot prototype with an assassin prototype. Well, the memory disk. No, it's not memory disk. It's fusion chip. Right? Yeah, there it is. Fusion chip. Energy fusion chip with a actual assassin prototype. Okay. If we get a new assassin, that's weird. You can't even predict what's coming next. At this point, I have no idea what's coming. No clue. It's just all over the place. Right? So again, hopefully 3-year will be interesting. I don't really want to push through this, but I do want to see it. Let's go summoners. I don't even have my heroes yet. Can we go where we already have it? Can we beat them with just these two? Let's see how it goes. I want to see the damage here. The support. Where is support? Orthan. That's kind of what I want to look at. Okay, where it didn't really do that much. That's 2.9 billion. I want to say, sure, that's decent, right? Okay, here we go. We have more targets. Can they beat this with just the 3 of them? Actually, let's put him in the front. So at least if he dies, then we get the additional spirit. Okay, let's see here. There's more targets. Still, where is it? It's not bad. It's actually pretty good when there's more targets. Right? Because I don't want you to compare it to Durelli because Durelli is just Durelli, right? At this point. I don't know if they can beat this because, you know, it's just constant spiderlings and spiderlings are annoying. But Orthan looks pretty good here, right? As you can see, the Wygor isn't really doing much here. Orthan does better with multiple targets. Interesting. So we learned something here. But again, I feel like the SB wouldn't help. So the question is, does he get the effect of the SB5? And granted, this is not difficult content for me, but when it's just these two here, right, it's good to see what they can do. And if he's really worth it, because he took that out, which is great. And of course, the annoying part is if you ran out of time here, you would technically lose. And then you started, put a hero in there, and you automatically win. Why does that make any sense? Orthan, not looking too bad. You take some damage there towards the end. Problem is going to be when that big strike from above hits, Kenneth may die. Everybody here has a revival except for Uwe doesn't have one. No, nothing. Okay, so let's just see how this goes. Again, the biggest problem is going to be the damage from the boss, right? That over the head hit that he does, they do, or whatever it is, right? Ouch. Okay, survived it. So then we can beat it. As long as we can survive that hit, we're good. And again, I'm looking at the Orthan here. Again, it's the best place to test out the Orthan SB damage, right? You wanna see if it's really worth it. Again, it's not gonna be crazy like Durelli. Durelli just does an insane amount of damage. Durelli would actually one-tap that. So 3.4 billion. It will help. So let's see. We're definitely not beating this. This is for sure, right? But we'll try. We'll give another unit in there. We'll give them Connor this time. To see how far we go, we go down to 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then we get on out of here. I'm not going to push this too far, just to see. Again, tanks don't crit, but something just... Oh, wait. SB Panda does a lot of damage here, huh? Wow. Huh. SB Panda actually goes to work, huh? Orthan, look at Orthan. Orthan does well. He does well in AoE situations because he's actually out DPSing Connor here. Interestingly enough, for a little bit, Connor took off there, right? And again, if I was manual in this, we would do even better because I would make Canis ×3 and then hit into the other ones ×3. So again, Wygor decent, okay. Uge with some semi-okay gears, right? Wow, I didn't even think they were gonna beat this. Honestly, I didn't think they would have. But of course, Connor helped out a lot, so not bad. We'll leave it. They'll take the numbers there and see. Where is he? 21, 51. Yeah, that was more Connor than anything else. But again, not bad. We could take, actually, matter of fact, since we're already here, let's just go one. We'll go one. No, Connor, get out of there. Get out of here. Get yourself out of here. That cheat code. I just want to see what they can do. It's a little bit tougher here. That's why I brought Uguay. And he's just there for if he dies, then we can see the spirits. We can also look at the SP here. In this situation, interestingly enough, it does a lot more damage. So the SB works better with multiple targets, but then it's single target, which is how odd, right? I just think that it should have been multiple targets to begin with. Let's see. Panda looking great. And it seems like they can beat it, right? This is why I say 18 at this point for me isn't difficult because we can just go through with whatever team we're using. And we'll leave it at that. We'll go to PvP. Of course, Crete. This is what I would love the Awakening for Crete to be like. These Cretes in Twilight Lands. Super tanky, right? But he's looking good. I'm not going to lie. Because he's putting up some decent damage, right? Not putting up trillions, but again, it is a tank. You see, that's the annoying thing about Uguay because he pushes them away instead of pulling them in. But again, not looking bad. Not looking bad at SB7, not SB7. Awaken 7. Now the question is, was he already doing that before that? That's also the question. In Twilight Lands, his SB was looking decent, right? In terms of damage, of course, because, you know, when you're thinking about Dorelli is like, you know, 10, maybe even more times more better in terms of damage. But again, when it comes to, you know, his SB, I don't think he can crit, if I am remembering that right, where it doesn't crit the move that he does. Let's actually look at it here. This one, did it say it doesn't crit? If it says calculate instantly, it doesn't crit, and it's doing billions. Imagine if it did crit. If it did crit, it'll be a lot more than that. So again, just keep that in mind and, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Again, he looks good, but let's see what I was gonna go back. Just go over to 7 here and see what we get. Orthan gains the Guardian State until the end of battle. Okay, that's great. All allied heroes with the Guardian State takes 65% less true damage. Okay, that's going to be great against energy. So now we're gonna hop into PvP. Upon revival, Orthan additionally summons 2 spirits of vengeance. We already read this in the middle row. Okay. I wish they would get his stats. What's his stats looking like? And of course, how could I forget? He's at 16.1 million HP. That is absolutely insane. What? Garen. But Garen, fairly simple, right? I don't know. Maybe because his ultimate doesn't crit. All the stuff that he brings doesn't crit. But if you're using Hagridon, when he does the knockdowns, it does crit. So, you know, maybe crit rate here. Maybe. Possibly. But I do run a crit rate gem. So that's also another thing. I want to see his overall crit rate. His overall crit rate will be 35% plus whatever crit rate I gain from the gem. I think the gem is probably what? I'll check it. Hopefully I remember to do that. But HP, no damage reduction. Interesting. Why damage reduction? Sure, right? Yeah. So imagine if we put HP here. That's another 50% HP. Huh. I'll go with damage reduction. I'm not opposed to that because the tanks, they do need that additional damage reduction. But he is in the Guardian stage for the whole fight, so I want to see how he is in PvP. Right? PvE look great, right? Because again, I don't want you to put the comparison of him versus like summoners. Like summoners and energy heroes, that's a whole different ball game, right? So let's just look at him compared to his counter, his teammates, right? That's what we need to look at. So let's actually hop over to PvP. All right, so let's take a look at the tank team. This is Summoner Team Mayhem. Shout out to you. You're the one. For the tank team, an adjustment. We remove Panda, right? We're gonna remove Panda, and then we're gonna put in Wygor. Reason Wygor is because Wygor gave you that 20% increase your max HP. Everybody here loves HP, right? And we could put him here, Kara there, and actually him up front. So if he dies, we gain that additional spirit, but it could be quick. But we're also looking at the SB5 to see how that does here, and that's Orthan again. Orthan SB5 in the middle. Okay, it does good amount of damage there, and it's the top, and it Orthan again. So this is a lower base Vanguard team. Of course, it's supposed to be great against Vans. We're gonna almost losing our res there. But the SB5, let's see, where is it? It did the second most damage over. Wait, nope, over Orthan. Huh. Interesting. Based off of what I read, the SB7 doesn't really do much for his damage. It's just more protection. And then if he dies, he gets an additional spirit. So let's just see here against a higher level Vanguard team where they have the new hero, the other new hero, previous new Vanguard. Forgot what it is, Raz, right? And can we beat them? This Vanguard team is probably one of the top Vanguard teams. I think I just seen the death of who over there? Mike, is that? Oh, they had Carriolas, not Carriolas, Canis. But the SB here is actually pretty good. Can we get? Wow, Orthan is going to work, huh? This is a new guy, and he's done. No, actually, that was Heindel. I thought that was a new guy. Did great against that. Right? Orthan looking good. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out, was he already doing this? Because again, I haven't really looked at them. But it's time to make some, go into some more difficult content that they're going to struggle. It's not like they're gonna win everything. They're gonna struggle. Yeah, so now is where it gets a little tough. Interestingly enough, he has the energy prototype over the summoner prototype. This is gonna be tough because they also have the immunity to what? Did I see Alistar there? I know Alistar. This is the tough part, man. Like once they break through that shield, yeah, we need help. Oh, sorry, I don't have the damage up. He still does some good damage though. I still think so. What are we gonna do against the foxes? Like we can't even get in the back. We have Barag. That's what I was saying. Like pulling there, maybe a slight adjustment here. We already lost both our support, and that's always the big issue there. Yeah, Seikai is the kryptonite, right? But the fact that we're still alive is impressive. It's impressive. And here we're still in HP, but it doesn't really matter because we can't do anything. We're not getting any attacks off because, again, you know why? Even in still in HP, what ends up happening is that we can't cast our ultimates, and they don't have a lot of HP. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough fight. I think if they didn't have Seikai there, we could potentially win that one. But again, what can we do? Seikai is just that ridiculous. showcase the new support hero and see what she can do. She does remove light barriers, but I don't know if it'll be enough. This hunter team here could big emphasis on could. The support didn't do a lot of damage here, interestingly enough. It didn't, but we actually beat them. Yeah, we actually did. Wow. So that team could be annoying. It could definitely get really annoying, but I think the support help out there. Lighter tank team, that stun is pretty huge, right? So we're gonna remove that, and I want to see what happens when you go with all tanks. What happens if you put back Panda, right? Terrestrial, no, that wouldn't help. I was trying to think my way through beating NL's team. NNL team, the one that we faced in the beginning, but this one should be fairly simple. Connor, he also has Kara. Does he have Kara? I see you're trying to distract us with the Arcadia. Arcadia is just too good, man. In terms of SB, it's pretty good. Here, the SB doesn't really do much, interestingly enough, right? And the other ones, which one were we facing that it did most of the damage? Connor, it's a Connor show here, stealing HP. Could actually lose here, actually. Yeah, we could. But the way to beat Carabine stuns automatically makes him rendered useless, because if he's stunned, it don't matter how much HP you have, they're gonna eventually take you out. But that's not bad there. One more fight and then we get on out of here. This here is, except for Wamigan, maybe. I think he has his Wamigan at Awaken 10, so that's probably why. Can we beat them with no Panda? Technically we have Panda here, but I want to switch out the Barag and go with I want to increase our damage. I kind of want to distract them too. So we'll go with here. The extra res doesn't hurt. It's an extra thing. Let's see if we can beat them. Alright. It's a very strong tank team here. They have Panda, we have Panda. How's Orthan doing? See? Huh. So he does better against unit. Oh, okay, that was only 4. That's actually not that great. For some reason I was looking at that completely differently. I was literally looking at that like it was over 100. Like I thought it was 140 something. Okay, so here the Panda's still alive. Would be nice to take out their Panda. And we lost our res. We also lost a new guy. He came back to life. Good for him. Right? Arcanus is dead because of their Connor. And this is a tough fight. Oh my goodness, this is a really tough fight. Kara, what are you doing? Our Connor's still somehow up. I think we have one more left on. Yeah, he's dead. And it's going to be hard to kill Connor. Connor versus Connor. My goodness. Kara, it's up to you, my boy. What? Kara's dead. Kara's dead. Yeah, tough fight. Wamigan looking good. Wamigan is looking good there. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm pretty sure it's an Awaken 10. Wamigan, Awaken 10, Awaken 10, Awaken 10, Awaken 10. And he didn't even awaken his Orthan. Wow, that was tough. We're gonna need all the help we can get. It's just a pain in the butt. They are. Yes, they are. Yeah. Maybe we could borrow this one. Yeah, let's borrow this one. Just for it, because we're gonna need it. And we also need. I want to try the new support. It just gets cooked. Let me know if you want me to make another video about the new support. And where's our problem? Right there. Somebody got pulled out of it and got cooked. Yeah. Did they kill Alistar? Yeah, but it's already too late. I thought we killed Alistar there, but yeah, there's much we can do about this. Nope, we didn't kill Alistar. We killed somebody. Somebody died because they got pulled out of it. What can we do? We can't really do much against this energy team here. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything about it. All right, we get destroyed. It's a crazy energy team. So SB, I want to say, yeah, sure, yeah, for PvP, great for tanks. But to use the SB on other teams, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I have to try it. So let me try it and then I'll get back to you on that one. But SB7 Orthan, SB7 Orthan, it's Awaken 7 Orthan, I should say. Looks pretty good, man. Granted, against energy with Awaken 10 Seikai, they're gonna get cooked. There's nothing they can do. They can't come in close. Kara knocks them back. Nord is stunning them. Alistar got layers, all kind of nonsense that they got to deal with. The tank team that they face is just a beat down. They're way stronger than us, a lot more HP, and all of that fun stuff. So can't really knock that. But when it's an even, close to our level fight, they can get it done. Tanks right now, of course, the biggest problem is going to be energy. I didn't really put them against summoners because I don't really have a good summoner team that they can go against. I'm trying to think because I look at my friend list often. I don't think anybody has a summoner team that's currently up to date. The closest one was the one that had the Connor and the mixture there. But again, looking decent at Awaken 7. Do I suggest you do it? If you have your tanks built out, why not? Right? But you would have to have Kara already at Awaken 7 for you to go this route. Because I would rather you bring your Kara to Awaken 7 because that there would be more beneficial to you. That second cheat debt definitely will make him better because he's going to end up stealing HP. So if I had to choose, since we're already here, between bringing Kara, you already seen he's already on his way to Awaken 9, going towards 10. I just need another one or two or three. I think three of his soul crystals to get him to 10. But again, Orthan, maybe if you push him to 10, then it'll be a lot better. Because then again, it'll get that increase to HP and damage amp. Increase his damage amp. And keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind that he cannot crit on his ultimate. Just keep that in mind when you're thinking about it. So again, maybe if we run a crit rate based Orthan, you still can crit off of Awaken. But is it worth it? I would say if you have Kara already at Awaken 7, yes, and your tank team is at a point where, your other tanks are already done. Like your Panda's already 9 or 10, around there. They're already set. And possibly you can think about bringing him up because, again, resources are limited unless you spend it on a game. So, again, is he worth it? I'll keep it at a yes. The tier list is coming, I know. I'm just waiting for this SP. Hopefully it comes in the next 2 weeks, and then I'll do the tier list. And then I'll give this guy a rating, all right, eventually. But, again, if you made it this far in the video, the word of the day is tanks, right? Tanks looking okay. Right? They didn't beat their content, but they look okay. If you're new around here, we're still on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're not that far away, and I'm impressed. I'm proud that all of you guys are subscribed, like the channel, comment, and all of that fun stuff. What do you get for subscribing? Updates, guides, tier list walkthroughs, also other gaming content too. Yeah, I was thinking about doing some Game Boy Advance games. I have a whole bunch of them to choose from. I'll put a picture up here and let me know, because I was playing Pokemon, what is it, Sapphire, Ruby, Sapphire, whichever one. There's 3 different options there, but I started that. Let me know if you'd want me to cover it. It's interesting. It's something different, liven up the channel a little bit. But for those that are rocking with me, let me know how you feel about Orthan. Did you awaken your Orthan or not? Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.